Hey guys, I want to try to walk you through what I'm doing here. So inside the house here, I've got the bathtub. I need to put the drain. I need to put a new drain line come through here, and I need to tie it into the sewer line. And so, get my tape measure. And so, kind of what I did, I've got my laser set up here, just to keep from having to dig all this all the way out and get a level and everything. Let's see if I can walk you through it. So I got I get kind of the center of the pipe, and you can see right here. Where's my tape? You cannot see it, but it's 39.5. There you go. About 39.5. I get it just right. So then I come over here where I want to go in the house at. You can see the line on the wall. So I'm gonna move my tape down to 39.5, and you can see it's sitting down in the dirt, so I know I'm deep enough. And then I googled it, what's the minimum fall on the wastewater line, and it said 1/4 inch per foot. And so I measured from here to where I'm at, and I got about 6 foot. And so if you just did the minimum with 1/4 inch, that would give you 1.5 inches. And we want to do a little bit more than a minimum, so I'm just going to do a 1/2 inch just to be safe. And so that gives me 36.5. And so you can see there I'm at 36.5. And so I'm gonna go down there in the trench and make a mark at the bottom of my tape, and that's where I'm gonna start drilling through the house. And I'm gonna verify underneath the crawl space that I penetrated in the right spot. And then once I get all that laid out, I'm going to come out with my probably 1.5 inch, 2 inch line. Come out 45 over as far as I can. Another 45, go over, and then I'm going to 45 back into that 3 inch line, which my septic tank is right there, so I don't have a lot of space to work with. So that's what I'm working on today. Hope that helps some of you guys that I take it for granted sometimes, that the knowledge that I do have, or the ability that I do have, that people don't know how to do some of this stuff. So I want to share the knowledge. Appreciate you watching. And now we got the hammer drill. This is the smallest bit that I could find that'd be long enough, because I got to go through a layer of brick, and I've also got to go through cinder block. And so I think this is going to be long enough. This is a Milwaukee rotary heavy duty hammer drill. And so we're going to hit that 3 inch mark. It's far over. I think this used to be an old set of stairs, and I really don't want to tear them out because I think this exterior brick is sitting on them. And so where I need to go is really kind of about right here. But we're going to try to go in at an angle, kind of right in here somewhere. If we have to chisel out a little bit of that step, that's fine. So we're going to try to do that, see what happens. Alright guys, so I took my GoPro inside and dropped it through the little hole I've got in the floor, just to make sure I'd penetrated in the right spot, and I have. And so I went and got the 1 inch bit. This is a good size bit. We're going to finish out the hole, and then we'll come back once we got the bigger hole with our hammer drill, with the chisels and stuff, and bust us out enough brick and go in the inside and come back this way. Just make a hole big enough that we can pass a 2 inch or 1.5 inch pipe through. One thing I wanted to just share with you guys is I use this clamp here to hold the trigger in place. And the reason why I did that is because these big hammer drills, you have to go real slow, because if you get them in a bind, they'll bite and they'll twist, and you could break a hand or break a wrist. And so if you're holding on to this thing like this right here, and it does that, it might hurt you pretty bad. And and if you got a hold of this thing like this, it's hard. It's going to be a lot easier for it to twist you. So I held my hands open like this, and had my hand on it like this, pushing. And I had it sitting on the bottom with the trigger held. And if it bound up, which it did a couple times, and so I was glad I was able to just reach down and pull that off of the trigger. And so keep your hands open and not do like this, because then you've got a hold of it and it can get you. And so we got it all the way through. And so we're going to make the hole a little bit bigger. You can see here, yeah, I think that's a mortar joint for that little brick. So we'll probably cut that whole brick out right there, and then we'll pass that pipe right under these stairs, which ended up working out just perfect. I also failed to mention, I kept a spray bottle and I sprayed that bit occasionally. So you got this bit in here and it's hammering the whole time it's spinning. So this area right in here got really hot, and so I kept it sprayed, keep everything good and cool. I'd pull it out occasionally and squirt my tip and everything, keep it good and cool, make everything last longer. So a good spray bottle helps. See, I tried to video and got in a bind. So just goes to show, helps to be careful.